In order to drive legally, you must pass a driver's test where you'll be expected to navigate through various driving situations, learning how to switch lanes, understand and obey traffic signals, maintain legal speed, enter and exit an expressway, and parallel park. Until you pass this test, you are prohibited from operating a vehicle on a public roadway. There are no such requirements for being a parent other than a man injecting his semen into a woman and waiting 9 months. Bringing new life into existence is one of the most important things in the world, significantly more important than getting a driver's license. Doing it correctly is equally as important. The typical excuse for parents who didn't do a good job raising their kids is they did the best they could, and they just didn't know better and work with the knowledge they had. Such an excuse would not be accepted anywhere else. If an unlicensed driver totals a vehicle, no one will say they didn't know better and did the best they could. Someone wields a gun and accidentally shoots someone. No one will say they just didn't know what they were doing and did the best with what they understood. Is being able to rear a productive member of society less important than being able to drive a car or possess a firearm? Less and less people are being equipped to get out into the world and succeed. The middle class is gone and has been replaced by people who are simply struggling. The average yearly salary can barely afford the ever-rising cost of living. Less people are getting married, and most who do are getting divorced. In order for the adult film industry to continue being a billion-dollar-a-year industry, you have to have women still willing to prostitute themselves. Single-parent homes are more prevalent than ever before. The world is being run by the children of the parents who raised them, and the society we live in is the result. Many will tell you it's the child's responsibility to figure things out, regardless of how their parents raised them. Well, they have. Are we satisfied with the result? Do we believe things will change if we continue to not invest in the upbringing of our children? Marriage isn't about having someone in your life and no longer being alone, or the pitter-patter of little feet. You get married because you desire to establish a legacy. This involves having something to pass down to your offspring. When you give birth to a child, you're giving birth to the continuation of yourself. If you want to start a garden, you don't plant a seed in the ground and just leave it there and forget it. If you do, you greatly lessen the chances of what you planted bearing fruit. Eventually, a garden can perpetuate itself without nearly as much attention from the gardener, but this requires much work and attention from the gardener initially to get it there. Your children are no different. We should only expect to reap what we intentionally have sown. Garbage in, garbage out. Nothing in, nothing out. We have adopted a form of insanity in thinking we can continue our poor and absentee parenting habits and things will change. If you see someone whose life is messed up, 99 times out of 100, you could look at their upbringing and find out why. Exceptions happen with everything, but exceptions are never the rule. For people in society to be better, society must raise better people.